Hey guys, my name is Kyle August, and I'm here to help you manifest your specific person in the quickest and easiest way possible. Today, I want to discuss an idea, and it's really going to help if you are feeling stuck with your manifestation, especially if you feel like a lot of time has passed and you're still not seeing the same results with your specific person. This technique, or it's more of an idea and kind of like a metaphor. You guys know I love those metaphors for helping figure out kind of what's going on and how to expedite that and change this waiting into success. So the first thing we need to go over, and this is something Neville Goddard would always mention, is that there's actually two kinds of manifestations. Or when you're manifesting, there's two ways to do it. And one is the conservative manifestation. So you are attempting to conserve and preserve your current state. And then the second one is going to be creative, in which you are imagining and creating a new reality, a new outcome, and a new story. Whenever we do find ourselves in the same path, repeating the same things, feeling like we're stuck and feeling like we're continuously on a hamster wheel just going back round and round again, or on a treadmill, and you don't feel like you're going anywhere, we are stuck in this conservative portion of manifestation. Now, this usually happens when, especially if you are manifesting someone you've been with before. And I believe I've talked about this in the past, but if you are attempting to feel yourself into the state of someone you desire, remember, if you feel back into the same exact state that you were in previously with them, it's only going to bring about the same experiences, the same less than positive actions or outcomes. But this conservative feeling is kind of due to our logical mind attempting to keep us safe, right? We sometimes get into a feeling of manifestation where we want this thing, right? Whether it be $1 million, our specific person, the dream life, our dream house, whatever it is, we want this, but we almost refuse to change internally at all. We feel like we really desire this and would like this thing in our reality, but we maintain the same beliefs, actions, and thoughts. Even though we're doing those affirmations, even though we're doing those visualizations, we are accidentally remaining in the same exact thought processes that we have been in the past. And this is always a technique I would tell anyone who's feeling stuck to do during your manifestation is just take 24 hours. So everyone after this video, take 24 hours and just review your thoughts. Review those thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Don't attempt to change them. Don't attempt to alter them at all. Just review them and think of if they are more in the conservative side or of attempting to keep you in the same state. So those thoughts are kind of reproducing the same feeling that you're having right now, or if they're in the creative side, which is creating that new idea, acting like it's your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are in accordance with the outcome you desire. Because the other half of that coin is the creative portion, and that's us in our imagination creating the life that we want. We would know, and Neville Goddard always mentions this, that's the thinking that we want to get to, and that's the thinking that's going to create this magnificent, awesome, miraculous, spectacular life right here and now in the quickest way possible. So it's an easy switch of that conservative thinking into creative, because conservative is remaining where we're at. Creative is creating that new reality, that new relationship with your specific person. You're thinking of how awesome and amazing it is to feel that relationship right here and now in this very moment. So now that we know the difference, again, go back to that 24-hour kind of technique, or it's almost like a challenge, I would say, for you guys. Take the next 24 hours and think, do your thoughts, actions, and beliefs match the conservative side of that coin, or do they match the creative side of that coin? So here's a metaphor that I want you guys to think about when you are going through this task or challenge, and then it's going to make a lot more sense in how you can then switch those thoughts from that conservative side to that creative side. So I want you to imagine that you are the head of a construction team, and your goal is to make skyscrapers or buildings or whatever it is that you want. But no, because you're the head of the team, your thoughts, beliefs, and actions, those are your employees. They're going to work for you, help you build. Those are the construction workers to help you build whatever it is that you want. But since you're the head of it and everyone needs to be under your direct supervision, you can only be working on a single building at one time, okay? So imagine a building that you want to create, okay? Now imagine if, again, your team can only work under you and you can only work at one building at the same time. The conservative thoughts would be that you and your team continuously work on or sustain a building that you already have. And you feel like, well, this building is very good. I can't see why we would, like, obviously there's things you want to change about the building, but it's difficult to take your team off of that and move to the new project because this building is done. Everything is, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's livable. You like it, you know. There's a lot of things, again, that you would change. But, you know, it's not horrible. That's us to our old state. We begin to view it as this past project that we created. We know it works, and it can be very daunting or very worrisome to exit that task and go to the new one and build the new cathedral or coliseum or whatever that new building is that you are desiring. But we can only work on one project at a single time. So we do need to shift, again, that thinking, that sustainment of that old building is that conservative thinking. And we need to shift then to the creative thinking where we're building, we have the blueprints for that new and improved relationship, wealth, career. We just need to start acting it out. And your construction team is going to work on whatever project you are desiring them to work on. So we mentally need to move into the creative portion. So again, that would be the manifestation of your new relationship, that perfect, awesome, amazing relationship that you've always wished for with your specific person. But it can feel hard to switch from, again, that building that you already built. It feels so safe. It feels so secure. It's very hard to pull yourself out of that and work on something that you kind of internally, you know, on a blueprint, it would be very good. But again, in essence, you're still kind of worried that what if you take all this time to build this new building and it just doesn't match up to that old one? We get this worry because we think, oh, if we spend so much time building this new building, feeling ourselves into that end state, what if it isn't what we wanted? But remember, this is a feeling that actually isn't logical at all. If you move into the new state, let's say you want to be with your specific person, again, it can be whatever you want, but if you put your time in, feel into that state, and you manifest it, you can always change your state and manifest something else. I mean, it is, though, a fear, and tell me if you guys are having this fear as well, of kind of moving from that safe and secure building. That's your conservation. That's the conservative thinking, or not the creative thinking that we want to kind of sustain and move into. But again, hopefully this metaphor is making sense, because a lot of times I do find I've done it before. Everyone's going to do it. We find ourselves thinking we are really putting a lot of energy and attention into that creative thinking, into that new building, that coliseum, that stadium, whatever it is that you want to build. But really, we're still telling our whole team to be working on that old building, right? We're like really looking at those blueprints like, wow, this would be really cool if I were to actually build it. But all of our team is working on that old building. None of them you haven't told any of them to begin working on this new blueprint, even though it's like, you're like, well, I got the blueprint. Why shouldn't it be being built? Shouldn't my team do that? But your team is following your subconscious orders of exactly what to do. So we just need to shift that thinking from that conservation to the creative creation. And that's just a thinking of, again, try the 24 hours. This next 24 hours, think of all your actions, thoughts, and beliefs. Are they more of conserving what you already have or creating that new reality? But I don't want you guys to think that the conservative thinking of keeping yourself in that same state is bad at all. It's not at all. Once you move into that new relationship with your specific person, that's going to be very good. That's going to be to our benefit, right? Once you get and build that new relationship, that create that new reality, feel yourself into that state, we want that conservation to keep us there, right? You don't want to have to be worrying every second of the day if you were going to remain with your specific person or not. You want to have some security, some faith that what you have is going to remain, and that's when the conservation thoughts and beliefs begin to work to the best of their ability. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you had any questions on what we talked about, leave it in the comment section below, or if you want to send me a personal message, head over to kyleaugustcoaching.com. That's where you can get one-on-one coaching with me as well. Leave a like on this video if you guys really enjoyed it. Make sure to comment down on this video or in the next video how this technique or idea has worked for you. I love you all. I'll see you guys next time.